Hit my knee.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Jeez.
Well,
The calamity. Okay.
ow.
Dang it. Hey, welcome to Derailed Podcast. I'm your host, Nick.
Seriously, it's me. I'm the host.
Bradley Bodine.
No,
Your host with the most, ladies and gentlemen.
stop it.
Hey.
It's me.
It's okay, man. We do this every week. This is
I'm so sick of this. Every week, you guys don't respect me as the host. I'm the host.
I'll be your host this.
Oh, Jesus.
Happy to be hosting.
I swear to
ladies and
God,
gentlemen. Bradley
stab you both
Bodine.
with this ink pen.
What?
In
Put it
the
away.
seat
Put it down.
The soft
And-
end.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Probably can't
You'd
make
have to push so hard.
Ah!
It's gonna
That's
run
what
a
she said.
stylist into your flesh. I called it a stylist.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull up my soundboard real quick. Yep.
Like some guy named Jean-Pierre.
It's Adam Sandler and Don't Mess with the Zone.
Oh yeah, never saw it.
Yeah, I meant to tell you guys before we went on, hey, this week, let's all be mad about it.
Oh,
Ah.
And then I was like, I'll just do it myself.
Just you.
That'll be funny.
that was fun.
It was.
That was fun.
It caught you off guard.
I'm
also
the,
fun.
I'm the host. All right.
Yeah, how much does the bar top
Make
weigh?
me stand up. This is a heavy bar. I've moved it before. We had to move it a few inches when we redid the basement.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Pull it out?
That's what she said.
That's what
Right.
she said.
Right.
Yeah. It's because it got so wet
And yes.
down here, right?
Ah!
That's what she said.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's up, boys? How you guys doing?
Yes, doing good.
Derailed.
We did we had another get together last night.
We've been crushing it as far as hanging out lately.
I feel like for listeners out there who may not know us, they're like, these guys party. No.
We don't.
Not really.
For whatever reason, the last just few months, it's just been get together after get together.
I'm all the way for it. I freaking
been fun.
I love you guys.
Absolutely.
Hey, I love you guys.
Oh, I love you too, buddy.
Yeah. Brad, look at me. Look over. I love you guys.
I love you too.
Okay.
All right. You too, Eric.
That's weird,
Sure.
man. This is weird.
Sure, why not?
Stop it.
Don't touch
Nope,
Don't touch you.
that's fine.
What? Just Brad? Okay.
So last night we did a like a blended Friendsgiving
Friends misgiving.
/
Yeah.
Christmas sweater party at your GF's house.
Brethany.
Bethany, shout outs.
Yeah, and she did a fantastic job.
Of course she did. She's fucking awesome.
And that was so much fun, man. We had a really good time. We played games. We laughed.
We cried.
We ate.
I farted.
Brad farted.
Several times, dude.
It was nice. It was nice. Brad's farts.
Once on my girlfriend and like 4 times on Nick Pedigo.
Aw.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know about at least 3 of those. What the heck?
Right. I only announced one to you. And it's because I was confounded because I farted and then you're like, hey, did you go outside? Implying that I went and smoked some weed because apparently my fart smelled like really good weed. So,
There we go.
All right.
Well, I guess we can start with
what
this
the
then.
yeah, I don't know what to say to that. So let's do something else now.
No, well, I mean, here's the thing. The mark of a true broadcaster is the art of the segue,
Oh, yeah.
right? One thing leads right into the other.
Sure.
is that what that means?
So let's talk about poop. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I sent this to you guys. It's pooping in public bathrooms.
Oh, yeah.
And I was at the grocer's the other day, and it was Aldi, which we've brought up many times. And I had to catch a whiz.
Uh-huh.
So I go, and Aldi now has changed their bathrooms to it's the single seater, and it's all gender.
Okay.
Right?
Perfect.
Anybody.
Anybody can come in here and do, what
So,
God put you on
yeah.
this planet to do.
Yeah. So I had to drop a 1, and I
That's God's work, homie.
Yep. And I go both Johns occupied. All right. And so I'm waiting, and the first one to become vacant, a lady walks out of.
Oh, God.
And she looks at me with sheer terror in her eyes as she walks out. And I'm like, oh no. This lady just wrecked this bathroom. And I'm about to go in there.
Yeah.
But I had to do a pee.
God's work.
Yeah, you were swole up.
Yeah, it was time.
Yeah, dude. Down there, you know, swole up looking like a frog about to ribbit, just full of pee.
Yeah, there was no vacancy in my bladder. So I'm like, whatever you did, lady, I'm getting ready to just go bathe in it. Right. So I walk in, much to my delight.
What?
She did
Chagrin.
not.
Much to
She did not
chagrin.
destroy that bathroom. I don't know what the scary look was for. But no, if she did, then kudos to her. She must be a very clean eater.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. But it
She's
did
when somebody says to her, "What do you think your shit don't stink?" She's like, "Actually,
actually. Yeah, it's quite nice.
yeah."
It's like, all I do is eat pineapple.
So so I was pleasantly surprised there, but it did get me thinking
Sweet.
about when I go to public bathrooms, especially I will say Meijer for one. I don't know if you guys ever go to Meijer, Nick. It's more than 5 minutes away from your house.
I
so
will
you
when I'm
probably
feeling
don't go there.
extra fancy. I'll go out to Meijer.
Super scary.
Yeah.
But every time I go into one of the Meijer bathrooms, somebody's pooping.
Yeah.
100% of the time,
I think
someone's pooping.
my biggest takeaway from this is that you use the restroom at grocery stores a lot, bud.
Yeah.
You ever just go before you leave the house?
Yeah.
Well, Eric, if I may
Yeah.
defend your honor
May
for
you?
a second, I also use the restrooms at grocers and places such as. Because a lot of times I'll find myself,
Such as.
I'll be standing in sporting goods looking at bags of golf balls, like, which one of these am I going to buy? And then a piss will just hit me real hard.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Don't say piss like that.
I'm like,
don't
oh.
say piss.
You don't like it.
I don't like
I'm like,
that.
oh, Daddy's got to go take a pee-pee
There
potty.
you go.
Big fat Brad piss, dude. And I do. So, like, where's the shame in that?
There's no shame. I'm sitting here thinking I can't remember the last time that I used the restroom at a grocery store.
Well, you
Are you
don't.
serious?
don't go in
Yeah.
public, buddy.
Okay. Well, let me tell you my personal situation.
Okay.
So with my life, I'm out and about always.
Constantly on the
Almost
go.
every day.
Yeah.
And so, I hit the grocery store once every other day
Right.
at least. And at that point, I may have already been away from home for like 6 or 7 hours.
You say you pee more than once every 6 or 7 hours?
What the wrong with this
What
guy?
are you, a toddler?
Hey, what's
dude?
this guy's deal?
I don't know, but
I pee once a week.
and it's just a sludgy slug that comes out of there.
Yeah.
I oozed a one the other day.
It's like Halloween makeup coming out the tube.
Viscous is how I would
No.
describe it. Not viscous.
Biscuits?
Biscuits.
Biscuits.
Yeah. Viscous biscuits, dude.
But every time I go in there,
Somebody's pooping.
every single time, dude.
Yeah. That's
And it's
wild.
weird to me, like, who goes to the grocery store? I can't imagine. Or any grocery store. Or any, any other, like, Menards or anything like that. Because there's always somebody dropping a deuce in there, too. And those are worker guys.
Yeah.
But just, like, I'm walking around with my wife. Maybe we're looking at the produce. And I'm just like, oh, you know what? I'm going to just real quick go poop at this grocery store.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
no.
Never, ever.
No.
If I'm pooping in public, it is an absolute emergency. It is, if I don't do this, I'm going to shit my pants.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
Brad, you can agree.
I can. I'm a hey, let's poop at home when possible.
Yeah.
Go ahead and poop at home. My poops happen in the morning after I wake up, so typically I'm at home already anyway.
There you go.
Me too. Yeah,
Much-
that's when and how
Yeah,
and why I poop.
If I'm about to drop a def in public, it is much to my chagrin.
Yeah, if you're about to facate.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna feast up in this bitch, then I'm not happy about it.
So it did get me thinking because, Nick, what you said is if I'm pooping in public, it's an emergency.
Absolutely.
And we are all in unanimous agreement on that.
right.
And we can also agree that those emergency poops are the worst.
They're not great.
And then, so my deduction, so
Brain?
I'm thinking about all this and I'm like, I think that most people are like us, which is why when you walk into a public bathroom and somebody is doing a doo-doo,
It's
It smells horrible.
Right.
And it's because it was an emergency.
That makes sense. All the math
I
is right.
farted and a poopy almost slipped out.
it's just the button just said poopy. I'm like, that's good. That'll work.
But you know that there are people out there who are just like, oh, grocery shopping, that's my poop time. I let my wife go
Right.
do her thing.
Yeah.
She goes around, shopping, looking at prices, picking things up, putting them back, putting things up.
There are
So
people
I'm just
out
going to
there.
go hang out and do a poop.
There are people out there that know which public restrooms they prefer to poop in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they do it so often because they have just zero shame and
Yeah.
nothing but
I'm not trying to put my bare butt, balls, and back on a public toilet, dude. That's just not my thing.
Dude, I've heard it was not long ago. I was somewhere just laying a one in, just really, really. And there was a dude in a stall rocking a deuce, just playing. It had to have been Candy Crush, is what it sounded like. It just sound on. You know what I mean? Things are just going bling, 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 ting. You know, and it's like, yeah. So like that, I'm like, okay, guy. So you're just like, this is your home. apparently.
right? Yeah, just
This is your home. You're just playing your phone games.
He might take a little nappy in there after he's done. Who knows?
I was a guy just on the phone the other day, just talking to somebody, just full on conversation.
I
Pooping.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was.
sounds good.
yeah, gross.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear that you guys are not like public poopers. Nick, I knew you would not be.
Right. Yeah, I'm very neurotic,
Yeah.
but I don't
Brad,
think
I wasn't sure about you.
No, because I could very well be, contrary to popular belief, guys, I love pooping in
Yeah.
public.
Yeah.
you are ever the contrarian.
Yep.
Right.
You're very much into the public flatulence.
Oh, fart everywhere.
yeah.
Farting everywhere. I think farts are hilarious.
He's been
but,
farting. He's right, though.
you know,
They are great.
That man been farting.
An odd thing is, I'm down with farts for humor, you know what I mean? And all
Yes.
that in public, wherever the hell. But I don't enjoy walking into a bathroom and it being just so aromatically full of somebody else's essence, so to
No,
speak.
dude.
You know
That's
what I mean?
horrible.
It's like, now I know what your briefs smell like, and I don't like that. I don't like that. The smell is warm, and I don't like that. I can smell the warm, heavy smell, and I don't like that.
Hey, get off your phone so I can tell you how I don't like this.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to know? You want to know something?
Yeah.
Guys. You guys want to know something?
Don't we?
You can pinpoint when a relationship becomes real. The first time. It's the first time that you go into the bathroom after she had one. And then you're like, all right. That's fine. I love her.
We,
Even though.
nuh-uh.
No?
We don't need to. I mean, okay.
Everybody
It's
poops.
part of life, right?
I'm not talking about Bethany, by the way. She doesn't.
Okay.
She doesn't poop.
Everybody poops.
Everybody else does, though.
All right.
You know?
So we
Why
can.
did it get weird just now? Why did that
because
get weird?
We don't bring our women into this.
I didn't. I
Put their
clearly said that
public
she
life
doesn't.
out there.
Have I
Right.
ever talked about my girlfriend?
Yeah, see, my wife.
Amanda doesn't either. Ever. She doesn't need to. Okay?
You guys don't talk about my pooping.
How
Is that what she said?
Yes.
I only heard screaming. I wasn't sure what she said.
Love you, honey.
Merry Christmas.
Ah,
I had a lot of fun last
how-
night. Okay.
How gross is it sitting on a warm toilet seat?
I don't hate that. I don't know why I don't hate that.
some people pay extra for that.
True.
Good heated
Like
seat.
if you're getting a heated seat, sure. But like you sit down, then you're like, oh, dude, somebody was just here.
It's like you're sitting in somebody's lap that isn't there anymore.
Right.
What up, Chase? We got some special visitors this
Yeah.
week. This is nice. A lot of cameos.
we can transition.
You sure? Yeah,
You don't
we
wanna
can talk
talk
about we can talk about pooping for
I've
the
got
rest of the episode.
More things on the list that
Okay.
we can transition.
Gotcha.
I think we've
We've talked about pee.
sufficiently
We've talked about poop. So then, what's
relieved
next?
ourselves of this pooping topic. Brad, I want to hear your nothing better to do this week.
Oh yeah. What, do you got nothing better to do?
Yeah, well, there were some people who had nothing better to do than to comment just the weirdest shit on shorts on Facebook or the internet, whichever you choose. Let's see what we have this week, folks. This will be a doozy. So a photographer went to space, the one above us, outer. Mm-hmm. They probably weren't quite in outer space, but they were near the edge, right? And they were taking photographs. Beautiful stuff. Showed us some footage. It's great. You can see the lovely Earth in high def.
Could you see the curvature?
Yeah, you could.
It's not real,
It
then.
looked like the Earth.
It's not real.
Shut the fuck up.
It looked like the Earth, and it was really pretty, and they were having a moment with it. It was a cool thing to see. And then Paul, our good buddy Paul, not the one that we actually know, this stranger on the internet, who I'm sure is a wonderful person and super fun at parties, says, fake images the indoctrinated cult members still can't figure out.
Yeah,
Right.
it's so
Right.
flat, guys.
Right.
What if
And then
Earth is the flat one.
And then our earthen brother Christian says, posts a meme that says, pressurized gas requires a physical container. That simple fact debunks the globe theory. Do you understand? And then there's a picture of Michael Scott making a grumpy face. And it says globe lover. And it's all of us being like, I don't get how gas works in an atmosphere. Anyways, if they didn't surround us in some sort of shield, we wouldn't be able to breathe. We have to build a physical structure to hold gas. That's not the case. We have
is that a real?
no. That's this guy's take.
Dude.
That's this dude's take. Here's some Brad science. The truth behind that is gas has mass. That's cool that rhymes, but therefore
right.
it's affected. There's gravitational pull. Gravity is what holds the gases to planets. That's why
gas-
there's gas giants like Jupiter. You stupid fuck.
Hang on. Gas, mass, or grass, dude?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody ride for free.
Nobody globes for free, brother. Jody is hilarious. She just says, "What the fuck is a spy plane?"
There you go.
And it's like, cool. I think that's funny because
Yeah.
it's like, I don't get it. And then last but not least, our
Esteemed colleague.
esteemed colleague and cohort on this wonderful flat planet, Sean says, "This is ridiculously targeted and biased. Nice video work. Great campaign ad for sure."
What?
Hey,
Huh?
I don't get it. Whose campaign ad? This is a space video, dog.
That's
just
so
from the-
weird.
And it's like, that guy politicized it without pointing out a side or anything.
Yeah, just very confusing.
And it's like,
Well, it's,
what?
We talked about that before. People
What?
just politicize.
Right.
anything and everything.
Yeah.
Like, so we know his identity, but I don't know which side he's on.
Right. You'll never know.
And maybe
But
that's
maybe,
his whole shtick.
yeah.
That would be super funny. Anyways, hey, y'all, you got nothing better to do?
Do you have anything better to do?
I have
got nothing better.
I have questions. And I've always wondered, we didn't have flat earth stuff on the list today, but I mean, let's.
yeah, sure. We can
Yeah,
talk about
certainly.
Sure.
Sewer.
Here's what I don't understand. Like I've got a telescope that I bought for like $80.
Right.
And I'm able to look up and I can see Jupiter
That's really cool.
and I can see Saturn and I can see Mars. We can see the moon. These are all spherical objects that we can see.
Every last one of them.
Why is the one we're on not?
Well, because
Right.
the container
I don't
and
understand.
the gas.
Right. And if there could be a coin floating through space that we're on, why couldn't there be a fucking triangle floating through
Sure.
space? Why don't we have other shapes outside a sphere as well?
Why is it all right?
Just to further
Even the
expand.
sun.
Right.
Is a giant
Everything
sphere.
is a ball.
Why is everything else that but not us?
Right.
Well,
because
because Pizzagate.
yeah.
And so, what is their other, like, I haven't dove too deep into this because I'm like, oh, these
Nor
people are
should you.
stupid
It's
idiots.
fucking dumb.
Yeah, but what do they believe? Do they believe that we're rotating around the sun?
No.
What
They
do they
think
believe?
everything orbits around us, don't they?
Yeah. I think
Smart.
they're still
Super smart.
Earth-centered kind of. There's
Yeah.
a word for it. I forget.
Like we're stationary and everything is going around us in a circle.
we're non-heliocentric.
In a circle, so things are still orbiting.
Yeah, well, because everything else is a globe, is a sphere.
This doesn't make any sense.
Or it's all manufactured to deceive us.
Right.
okay. Okay.
Sun's not real. It's a projection.
And
What would be what is the fucking
Point.
nefarious reason that they have us
Right.
tricked into thinking that the world is
What
a
is
globe?
the benefit?
Like what? Yeah. What's the
They're like, now they'll never figure out airplanes' true flight patterns.
They're like, good. They'll stay asleep.
Like, well, how come when I look out into the cornfield across the street from my house, it looks flat? Boom.
Yeah.
Like,
Explain that.
The Earth's
fucking
real big.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
It's real big.
You son of a
it's
bitch.
wonderful. You can go see. You can watch YouTube videos that these people still post for some reason where they'll like set up an elaborate experiment with a laser that is a mile down range and lined up with this thing and lined up with that thing, and this will prove that the Earth is flat. And then they do it, and it doesn't prove the Earth is flat. They're like, wait, why is that lower by 4 centimeters on my reading? And it's like, that's what it would be with the curvature of the Earth, you fucking idiot, dude.
I've been in airplanes. I've been on a fucking cruise ship.
Yeah.
You can see the curvature of the Earth.
Right.
You can see that it's like this. Whoa. Circular.
And when you're when you can see off in the distance, like when you're on a cruise ship, which I'm going to be in March, I'm excited.
Yeah.
And you can like see way off in the distance, like a port of call that you are coming up to. You start by seeing like the tops of the buildings first. And then as you get closer, you see more. You know, like it's so, I don't know. It's like a child understands this. But
You know?
Does most of this stem from the moon landing not being real?
I believe, yeah.
I'm not sure how.
Because I'm certain if you believe that the Earth is flat, you also 100% think the moon landing was fake.
Oh, yeah, that was Stan Kubrick, dude.
That's what they say.
On a soundstage.
Yep.
If it was Stanley Kubrick, then Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin would be suffering from incredible PTSD from him retake the shot fucking 67 times. You know what I mean? He'd be like, again. And they're like, dude, I got nothing left. He's like, no, you do.
Is there a chance that that wasn't real, but still the Earth is not flat, and that does not equal that?
Do you think the moon landing was faked? Is that what you're saying to me right now? Or
I'm open to that.
Okay, I understand.
That would make a lot more sense than the Earth not being
At
round.
least the moon landing being faked
Yeah.
is more plausible.
And it's like, well, see,
That's
they
a
lied to
fair
you about
enough
that.
statement.
So,
Right.
But they lied to you about that does not equal
everything. That doesn't mean
Right.
that the Earth is flat or that the moon landing was fake.
Yeah.
There's conspiracies can be real and straight up. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, dude.
But why haven't we had people back there? And how did the phones work?
Back to the
Back to the moon.
Because there's nothing to do. They're like, all right, fucking,
You think?
kind of boring
Yeah.
up here, dude.
We've tried, I think.
Yeah.
I think it went south.
A NASA guy, and I've seen the clips like, yeah, we destroyed that technology. We haven't been able to duplicate it. That's a real thing that a NASA guy said. He's like, that's why we have it. Like, I can see that not happening. Anyhow, I don't know.
I think one of the bigger reasons nowadays, not the moon specifically, but people in general, like we send people to the ISS and all that, but we're probably not going to be sending a lot of people out into deep space until it's time to like colonize or experiment with colonization, just because it's way easier to send a robot that you don't have to feed and water.
Yeah,
and
that's
shit
the
like
move.
that.
Yeah.
It doesn't poop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
It doesn't have
that we know of.
it doesn't have to piss to make water that you can drink to turn
Stop.
back into
Nick doesn't like that.
piss.
Piss
Call
like that,
it a
dude.
1.
Call it a 1, dude. Say tinkle. Say potty. Say anything.
No, this is a melting pot.
Pego, do you remember that time that you tried to show me some space stuff after your Halloween party
Yeah.
with your telescope?
Yeah.
That was it was a very sweet gesture. You're like,
Why
dude,
are
I want you to
laughing
see.
about it?
It's cool.
But I was fucking hammered.
Yeah, you were too drunk.
and I'm like, and you're like, no, check it out, just see. And
I saw it.
The first thing that I do is bump my head into your telescope
Yeah,
and totally fuck up where you were pointed at.
did.
Also, I had face paint all over me. And you're like, yeah. Anyway, if you would have looked up, you could have seen Jupiter. Now it's gonna take me a little bit to fucking find it again. And then my Uber showed up, and I was like.
Yeah,
I was like, we'll do this again though sometime. I'm really interested in it, and then it never happened.
you ruined my birthday. that
I
year.
did.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday.
But thanks, buddy. But
You're
yeah,
like, no, check it out. I'm like, oh, June, and then I fucking ruined it.
telescopes are cool, man.
Probably.
Telescopes are straight up
Yeah.
awesome, dude. Space is great. I love outer space, the
Like
cosmos.
the first time that I set up my telescope, and was able to like lock in on Saturn and see the rings.
Yeah.
I was like,
dude, you ended up having to call a doctor because you had one for more than 4 hours. Yeah, dude, I get it.
it was nuts, dude. It
Yeah,
was crazy.
absolutely.
Yep.
Rings
I
of
did.
Saturn, viewing them for yourself, not on video or nothing. And it's like, hey, god damn it, that's real.
Yeah.
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 I mean, it's like you set up your own, tourist attraction in your backyard now. It's like going and looking at the fucking Grand Canyon, dude.
And I just got like a little baby beginner one too. It's not even like a
Right.
Imagine how Galileo Galilei felt when he was like, "What the fuck is that?"
That's exactly what he
That's
said. I
certainly
bet.
what he said.
His first question
Yeah.
was, "Oh, is that God?
Did I just 3 in my robe?
Is it a sin that I
Just do a robe 3?
that I just threed all over this thing at what I'm assuming is a God?"
All right. I didn't know we were going to get into space talk today, but that's okay. We're allowed to. We can do whatever we want.
Let's
It's our show.
segue. Let's segue out
Let's
of this.
segue. Let's segue into TV viewing habits.
Sure.
I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. It's been on the back
list
burner.
since like episode 1.
It has
dude.
been, and it's a go-to that I could just kind of keep in our back pocket
Sure.
when we needed it. And I feel like this is a good
Seems
time.
like great time.
So I don't really know necessarily, Nick, outside of wrestling
Pro wrestling.
for you.
Yeah.
How often, how frequently do you guys watch TV? What are your like, I have to watch this shows? Anything?
Really? It takes a lot for me to watch a new show.
Oh.
So like I held off on watching The Penguin for a while, and I'm glad that I watched it. Obviously, I think that's probably my favorite show in the last several years.
Yeah, it's great.
And then like
Brad, have you watched The Penguin?
No, not yet.
Oh,
Not
hey,
yet.
Kid,
Do you have Max?
follow me. What the fuck?
Dude, why are you paying money for Max but not watching The Penguin?
Right, what
That's
are
the
you-
question?
Impractical Jokers.
Oh, okay.
fair enough. Yeah. Which is a part of this conversation, because for the most part, what I do end up watching is a comfort show,
Yeah.
which I have several. Number one is The Office, of course.
Always. Forever. Same.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Letterkenny, Trailer Park Boys, and now I'm putting Roseanne up in that category as well.
All comedies.
Yeah, yeah, dude. It's a happy place for me.
Comedies are comfort.
Situational
That's
comedies.
Absolutely.
I've lately been watching a lot of Parks and Rec.
Oh, love
Great
that
show.
show. Love parts.
Really
Love it.
funny.
Real feel good too.
More like Leslie Yep, you know.
I love Ron Swanson,
Absolutely.
and so I
No problem.
I watch it.
I have a permit.
yeah, and Aubrey Plaza makes
Yeah.
me laugh so hard, and Chris
Great.
Pratt.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. So just the dude, Aziz Ansari. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
you can name the whole.
cast.
I was giving you my top 3.
Yeah.
Those are my top 3.
Right.
Yep. So all right. So Brad, do you not have?
Oh no, I don't. I mean,
You don't watch TV.
Impractical Jokers. Is that
like
it?
I'll pop Impractical Jokers on when
You
I'm
pay $20
eating.
a month to watch Impractical Jokers.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
It's on your TV
pretty much.
nonstop on a loop.
Yeah,
It's like paying
I'm
$20
so-
a month to watch ridiculousness.
Right, sitting here now, I'm thinking, boy, I really shouldn't be paying for these subscriptions.
No.
Yeah. Fuck, man. It's a lot of money.
Or use them correctly
That's the other option.
and watch the
True.
good
To
stuff.
actually
That's
watch
right.
stuff on them.
No, I mean, or I'll watch like YouTube video essays on shit that I find interesting and shit like that. I'm not
hilarious.
Gonna get into a boring. I know. That's
Right.
no, I don't have a lot to contribute, guys. Sorry, the same things.
It's okay.
The
He's
same
getting riled up.
exact things that Nick Pedigo said.
Big Red Brad. He's
You
getting
know what
pissed.
I mean? Like, I love all the sitcoms that he said, except I haven't been watching Roseanne since like the last time I took acid 20 years ago.
Oh.
dude.
Wow. You love admitting to drug use.
It's incriminating
by the way.
evidence.
Yeah.
He did it, guys.
You really do.
Yeah, well, statute of limitations and all that.
He did it.
Well, it stays in your spine
I had
forever.
a wonderful time in my youth. It was fantastic.
Doing drugs.
I wouldn't trade it for a thing
Fucking
because
dirtbag.
If you did it more than 9 times, you're clinically insane.
That's a real thing.
The lead singer of Pink Floyd thinks he's an orange.
Yeah.
Is that the rumor?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Shine on, you crazy diamond.
Do you do that thing where you're like, I want to find something new to watch, or I want to find a movie to watch or something, and you scroll for like
Yeah. See,
a very
that's what
ridiculous amount of time, like over 10 minutes, and then what I do is I do all this scrolling and then I get really bored scrolling, and then I just watch like The Office or something.
That's
what
what
I do.
happening to me.
Yeah, I scroll forever, and then I'm like, I'll just watch something that I've seen fucking 10,000 times.
So no,
Okay.
all
right,
and that's okay though. Like, yep, Amanda and I have shows that we watch, like religiously that we watch.
shout outs.
And then when she falls asleep, I'll turn on sports,
Okay.
and or I'll turn on Parks and Rec and fall asleep. But do you guys don't watch any reality TV?
Oh, well, no, that's, you know what? Hold on. I've been watching the Great British Bake Offs recently. I think
Okay.
those are
Really?
fun. Yeah. There is some reality TV that I get into, but it's more of the competition stuff.
Yeah.
And it's cooking. It's it's cooking competition.
You're absolutely right. I watch
Yeah.
a lot of Hell's Kitchen.
Oh
Right.
yeah,
Yep.
Or I love like Gordon Ramsay's.
but that's because of Gordon Ramsay.
It is.
I love Gordon Ramsay's content, but not so much Hell's Kitchen. I'll watch. I'll watch the Kitchen Nightmares and
yeah.
Hotel Hell.
Sure.
those are great. When
Yeah,
he
those
gets
are
to
excellent.
go to the places and be like, "This
I-
sucks, dude."
I stopped enjoying the Kitchen Nightmares, right? That's what it's called?
Yeah.
I stopped enjoying that as thoroughly once I realized that I was all the way familiar with, like, every episode is exactly the same. You
Yeah.
know what
Yeah.
I mean? He goes in, he tries the food, it's bad, he's funny, he looks through their kitchen, it's gross, he's mean, fucking, and then after the commercial break, they're playing slow piano music. And he's like, right, we're going to save the fucking day, but we all need to work hard.
It's Bar Rescue, but
It is.
Right.
Gordon Ramsay and restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, after a while, it's like, yeah, I don't dig this anymore. I feel like a big part of it is make fun of these people for not being as professional as Gordon Ramsay, basically.
Yeah.
And call them disgusting.
They are
And
gross
then,
people.
and then repaint their restaurant and have them cook shit from his menu instead.
So you guys don't watch trash reality TV?
Not so
No.
much.
No, I don't. I don't like the garbage.
Oh my God. This is something in our whole relationship. We have watched trash reality TV, and it's like a hate watch thing, but we love it at the same time.
Yeah, no, it's you don't have to say that. You love it.
No,
dude.
it's
totally fine. to
I'm
love
being
that shit.
completely honest.
Yeah.
We hate watch all the people on there. And then the older we get, we're like, we are really being hard on these like 22-year-olds.
Yeah, just some dumb kid.
When we started watching it, it was all people our age.
Right.
And then now it's like they're all people our kids' ages.
Right.
We're like,
You're like, man, I
"You
feel
stupid
kind of
idiot.
yucky about
yeah, but
this."
we still do. One of my favorites, and a season hasn't been on. There's been like 4 or 5 seasons. But Temptation Island. Are you aware of Temptation? Do you know what this
aware.
is?
I
of it.
remember Temptation
you know
Island.
what the
Told
premise
us about
is?
it recently. Yeah.
Okay. I have? Oh.
What, on the show?
I can't say whether or not it was on the show.
don't trust him. He used to do drugs.
Yeah, a lot of them. So they bring. I think I did on the show. I think I
okay.
did.
You had brought up Temptation.
Yeah, it's such smut and
Because
trash.
you were just telling me about it.
It just rips couples apart.
Yeah.
And it's so funny.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrible.
No, it's not. Because
Okay.
that's what these idiots sign up for.
Fair enough.
They know what
true.
they're going.
Yeah.
Like they haven't seen the show before.
And then they
go on
act
there or
shocked
some
when they
shit.
see a video clip of their man just thrusting.
Right.
You know, and they're
It's
like, how could he do this? I'm like, you
one of
went
these-
on the
Yeah.
show.
You went on the show that's about people fucking other people on an island.
Yeah. And then,
And now you're upset because you can see your boyfriend going,
yeah. And then they go do a revenge bang
See, we all sound like that when we're on the job, right?
Yeah,
on
no.
the John.
On the job.
Oh.
I go, ay caramba.
I go like this.
I go,
That's gross.
yeah.
And then I go,
I just,
China.
yeah.
hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Call back.
That one's for the OGs.
And then we watch. We watch Love Is Blind on Netflix. Netflix does this thing where they do trash reality.
Yeah.
but at a high production value.
Right.
Right.
It
But
seems more
it's still
classy
trash.
somehow.
It's still trash.
Yeah.
like we don't do The Bachelor. and
No.
The Bachelorette.
No.
Like that's not lowbrow enough.
I
for
think
us.
I would maybe watch 90 Day Fiance just for the dude.
See,
What?
those are sad though.
Right. Well,
Is-
I'm trying
is
to
that
make
the-
myself feel better as a thing. You know.
Okay.
Is that the one where it's usually someone from a different country and they're just yeah, okay. Yeah, I know about that one.
Yeah,
it
somebody's
seems
just
yucky.
trying to get into America and somebody else is lonely.
Right.
Well, and this is it's something I'd like to say about that. I feel like his name's Mike or something. Anyways,
You talking about Big Ed?
yeah.
The no neck guy?
Is that what they call him? Do
Yeah.
they call him Big Head Mike or something?
No,
like
his
that?
name's Big Ed. His name's
Big
Ed. They called him
Ed.
Oh,
Big
that
Ed.
dude?
Big
Yeah.
Ed.
that
Okay.
dude with the long hair and the fucking neck?
Yeah.
Is that who we're talking about?
No neck.
Right.
But it's a condition.
Yeah, I know.
So
sweetie
seeing
pie.
Is he a good guy?
Yeah, he seems like a sweetie pie.
That's seeing more Ed content, Big Ed content. It's like
Jeff?
it turns out that guy's just like a nice dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really?
His
Yeah.
fiance had horrible breath that smelled like ass. And so that was like his one thing. He's like, so your breath is like real bad. He like bought her all this stuff. Like, here's some mouthwash and toothpaste. Anyhow, it was a whole big thing. They didn't work out.
Right.
No,
Yeah,
wasn't
no,
she
it
just
doesn't.
like really mean?
Yeah, she was horrible. Yep. Horrible. It was bad.
It was
so
kind
bad.
of a pigeonholed mean Asian woman kind of thing, wasn't it? I remember seeing a lot of that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are familiar with a little bit of the smut TV.
Certainly entertained by that. Feel bad for Big Ed. I like Big Ed.
What about like Yellowstone?
No.
Anybody?
I didn't get
haven't.
into Yellowstone.
Have
I
you
did-
tried?
I need to.
tried an episode or two.
I know
Wasn't
that
a
I
huge
need to.
fan.
I've seen 0 seconds of Yellowstone.
I will say, stick with it.
Okay.
Stick with it. It's totally worth it. It's
That's
a
what it-
great show.
I'm not gonna. But
Okay.
No, Brad still hasn't watched Breaking Bad. Dude, I swear to God, if I find out that you watched Yellowstone and then I look you in the eyes and I say, "Did you watch Breaking Bad though?" And you say, "Hold on,
dude-
I'm clearly not finished." And then you say, "No, I haven't watched it, man." You know what's going to happen, Brad? Eric, you want to know what happens? I'll be like, "Oh man, that sucks. You should watch that. It's a great show."
Yeah, it is. Breaking Bad's great.
I have watched Breaking Bad. I watch it about a minute and a half at a time through shorts on the internet. So I've seen it. I know everything now, and it's a
You
great
don't
show.
You don't
dude.
know shit.
I'm the one who knocks.
It's
is
a
what
great
you've
show.
seen.
Yeah, no, I've seen it.
You don't know
I've
shit.
seen that scene a whole lot.
You don't know anything.
He goes, "You think I'm scared?" Said, "You think somebody walks in and shoots me?"
That's the best show
Said,
ever.
"I'm not-
That's the best show ever created.
It's really, really
It's
good.
the best story ever told.
I do watch great shows. Here's the ones that I have loved and will still catch every now and then too, just as a nice rewatch. They're not necessarily.
He's about to say
straight up
something
current.
awful, whatever
Yeah.
it is. It's going to be a bad show. Go ahead.
Peaky Blinders,
Great show.
Excellent show.
True Detective season 1
Excellent.
with
Awesome.
McConaughey
Awesome.
and Harrelson.
Apparently,
Right.
this latest season is really good too. I'm going to give that a shot as well. The one with Jodie Foster.
It is good. We watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is good. It's weird. But it's good.
Yeah.
That's all I got right off the top
Okay,
of my head.
well,
But there's
you-
more of
you
them.
named
It's
some really
shit
good
like
shows.
that. Like I do watch good stuff.
I've got one more to tell you guys about. I don't know. Do you guys have the Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you watch WandaVision?
Oh
Yes.
yeah. See, there you
Loved
go.
it.
Okay, so have you watched Agatha all along?
No, but my mother has been trying to get me into it, and I'm interested in
Do
seeing the
it.
Aubrey Plaza too.
Yeah,
because
she's
I
in
like
that.
Aubrey Plaza.
She's excellent.
I'll watch it for
It's
sure.
we've been watching that lately. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not through it yet, but we're like 4, 5,
Is,
6 episodes in. It's really good.
What is the name of that actress? Why can't I? It's
Catherine
some-
Hahn.
There it is.
H-A-H-N.
I'm glad she's kind of starting to get some flowers these
Yeah,
days.
Yeah.
because
she's
she's fucking great
so
in
hilarious.
everything, dude.
Yeah.
She was in Anchorman.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Step Brothers, the Will Ferrell joints, those
Yeah.
Apatow joints. She was is Rashida Jones in it at all?
Not that I've seen,
Dang it.
but she is in Parks and Rec.
Oh yeah,
she
she
is.
is.
Yeah,
And,
The
and
Office.
Perkins.
Yeah.
Yep. So
And
anyhow,
Perkins.
I didn't know if they. I just
great.
wonder what you guys watch, and I wanted to give you some stuff if you're not, you know what I mean? Because if you scroll around for 10 minutes looking for something,
I do.
just take one of my suggestions.
That's a good idea.
Oh, dude, if I can make a suggestion, any episodes of How It's Made on Discovery Channel are fantastic.
See,
I
Brad's
fucking
into
love
learning
that show.
stuff. He
Yeah.
really likes
Yeah,
learning
dude.
stuff.
Like if I'm scrolling through the flicks or the Bomax or anything like that, and I see
Bomax.
like a what I would consider an interesting documentary.
What's Bomax?
I think it's
H-Bo
something
Max.
for your abs or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I never really got into core exercises.
It's Chuck Norris advertising. Yeah, no, I watch interesting shit, not dumbass bullshit. Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't like how you wrapped that up. I did not like that.
I also I like a good documentary every now and then.
I do like it, yeah.
just to learn some stuff.
Right. And I really tried to describe it. Not like I'm not a documentary freak. It's not just any documentaries are good. It's like it has to be tailored into something I'm interested in, or something just
Like The Last Dance.
a little weird. Oh yeah, see? Something like that, but for me instead. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
There is nothing like that for you, buddy.
Yeah, there is.
There
There's
isn't.
all sorts of stuff.
What's the equivalent of fucking...
What's your Michael Jordan?
Yeah, what do you have a Michael Jordan figure in your life? Do you have...
Yeah, this is a bit, but
Sweet.
some kind of monster, the Metallica.
That was pretty cool,
documentary.
yeah. I do love
It's a
it.
funny watch,
I've
but
watched
it's not.
that multiple times, dude. I think it's still on Netflix.
It's really good.
Yeah, I fucking hate Lars Ulrich so much.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
And
I
it's
don't
so
like him.
fun to watch.
He was funny in that one movie though.
All right. What?
It was an Apatow movie. It had Get Him to the Greek. That's what it was.
Okay. I'm like,
Jonah
I
Hill
know
and
I've seen it,
Russell
but
Brand.
all right.
Starring Puff Daddy Combs
Oh no.
and Russell
dude.
Brand.
Icky.
Uh-oh.
That's
Boy,
bad.
does Judd have something going on besides a hot wife?
With a cameo by Jared Fogle. I made that last part up.
Lars is the good guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I saw fucking mashup, whatever you call them, of WWE Jared Fogle moments the other day.
boy.
They
Yep.
just had him on there so much.
Yep.
Did they really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. This
That
is
was
like
in the
they
time
were
I
like-
wasn't watching.
It was one of CM Punk talking shit to him, dude.
Right.
And I'm like, I did not realize it was that late into
it was
the
like
game.
it was like 08, 09.
right.
They had
Yikes.
him up in there because Subway was a big sponsor,
Mm-hmm.
and they just kept shipping Jared off to sit
Yeah.
front row and eat a fucking sandwich on camera, and the whole
Yeah.
time he's like, "Well, I do like kids."
Yeah.
Oh,
and all of a
God.
sudden, like Mankind's out there going, the thing is, Jared.
That's a decent
I'm
one.
getting tired.
Hunter,
That's a pretty decent one.
do one. You do one.
I just did. I went, just after you did.
You did an impression of me doing an
I
impression.
did.
That's pretty cool.
What impressions did I have you guys doing last night? You remember? I just had you both. Adam Sandler. Oh. I had you both doing Adam Sandler at the table.
Hey, crazy pickle arm. Get back in the flask.
Here's
Sandman,
what I
hell
love
yeah.
about you guys is at
we
any
love you too,
point
buddy.
that can be like, oh, hey, do an impression
Yeah.
of this, and you guys will just try it.
We're
You'll
always
go
down.
for it.
We're always down.
And that's awesome.
Yeah.
Experimentation, dude. You got to have fun with life and humor. And
I watched
Kissing people.
I do what?
Huh?
I do want to say I watched. Me and my kids watched Billy Madison the other night. We were trying to find a movie to watch, and I was like, you know what? You guys are grown enough. Let's do this one. And it starts with Nudie Magazine Day. Nude, and Rocky's like, what's he saying? And Jack's like, Nudie Magazine Day. And I'm like,
So then you have to explain, like, okay, kids, so
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in the day, before cell phones, you had to get a magazine to see someone naked.
when we were, you had to have a prescription.
You had to have a friend whose dad had a stash laying around
Yeah.
that he could just go, yeah.
When
up in the rafters of the garage. That's
when
where
we
you'd find them.
when we were over here playing the mole the other night,
Specific.
I didn't even catch what you said because I was planning my sentence. I
do that sometimes, too.
Yeah, I need to be better about listening to you guys while you
But
talk.
Also, you have to
Same.
be able to say things.
Right.
And not sound
too
like an
much.
idiot.
That's too much work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When we were over here playing the mole the other night, one of the locations is the Playboy Mansion, and we typically don't play that one when we're playing with the kids, obviously. But we're like, we'll for the crowd. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We're gonna keep that one in. And Rocky comes up to me and he's like, I don't even know what that is though. And I'm like, it's so Playboy was like a magazine,
You got to start from the beginning.
but with
In
was like-
1950, whatever.
I was
the
like,
hell.
with like kind of, like girls, like, kind of. And he goes like this, like sex pictures. And I went, Yeah, man. And he goes, okay, gotcha.
You're talking more
Sex pictures, dude.
more hustler at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Yeah,
Yeah, no, what are
that's
you
what
gonna
I
do?
should have said.
Explain it to him,
Like,
like,
no, that's hustler.
Like
But
really
what-
get into the nuance
Yeah,
of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're more tasteful nudes. If you're
Yeah.
looking for sex pictures, bud, you're gonna need like the penthouse.
you want to look for
Yeah,
penthouse.
if you're looking for like a nice, good, full spready, yeah, you want to go.
Jugs mag, something like that, dude. But yeah,
If
no,
you're
Playboy
trying to
is
like
just
see in there.
If you're just trying to look at cool shit and cool tit, you pick you up a lowrider. And
Okay.
then you're good.
I've never heard of Lowrider.
No lowrider magazine, dude.
Yeah, never.
It's up, I
Yeah,
think, in a
like-
lot of garages
Yeah,
around the
wow.
country.
Yeah. You
Yep.
just got
That's pretty
hot
cool.
babes and even hotter rye.
Yes.
Guys would be like, "Man, look at that car."
Wow.
That gets them started.
So, how about the CEO that got shot?
Ooh, somebody put a bullet in a person.
Couple of them.
Yeah, I haven't.
Rarely do we tackle serious topics, but you put this out there, and I'm like, okay,
I feel like it's worth talking about.
I agree. And we'll have to find a way to bring this back up at the end of the show, like to
That'll be.
change the mood.
I'll just hit a random. At the very end, I'll be like, and
there we
be
go.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll
Yeah.
fix
All right.
it.
So go ahead.
All right. Well, CEO of one of the major, which one was it?
United Medical or something
United
like that?
Healthcare,
Yeah, there
Healthcare
it is.
United,
Yeah,
whatever
there
it
it
was. They're all horrible, evil people.
Yeah.
Just get straight up gunned down in public.
Yeah.
In the broad daylight.
Shot in the back.
And it's like, it's such an insane reaction that you're seeing online, because it's any normal situation. If this were to happen, it would be like, oh my God, how could somebody do this? I hope they catch this guy and the evil. But everybody's like, yeah, this guy kind of had it coming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
saw,
it's not even that subtle. People are like, "Good, fuck him."
Yeah.
You know,
Saw
I
a
feel really
pie
weird
chart.
about it.
I'm so conflicted.
Yeah,
I saw a pie chart that was how the post was reacted to.
Oh,
and
dude.
it was like 90% laugh reacts.
right.
And I'm like,
and
you
then
know,
the other 10 was fucking likes.
yeah, a part of me is like, the humanity. And then another part of me is like, the last time they used a guillotine in France was in the 1970s. So it's not
True.
Yeah, I mean, dude.
Star Wars was in theaters the last time they used the guillotine.
boys.
I don't want anybody to die.
Right.
No.
I don't feel good when I hear about someone being murdered. I don't. It doesn't really matter who they are. I guess that's how I know that. I don't know.
On a
Fuck,
human level,
yeah.
this is a person with a family.
Right.
I believe married with children.
Certainly married, because his wife did a fucking released a statement.
Did she?
Yeah.
On another level, it shows the level of absolute just like frustration that our country has with the healthcare system.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's not just like a broken system. It is a catastrophe of a
well,
system.
Yeah.
It's not like this dude got shot because he fucked somebody's wife. He got shot because he's the CEO of a giant healthcare conglomerate that, is unfortunately this inhuman beast operating in the healthcare industry that runs on greed.
Right. And profit.
Yeah. And it's not about helping people. It's about making dollars.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that drives everything in the industry and in the company. So then it only makes sense that eventually, after so long, much like how the French Revolution happened, some people get pissed and now people start dying because nothing was fucking fixed.
Why do you keep talking about France?
Well, it's because France is... Those pussies are some of the only motherfuckers with the balls to still revolt pretty hard. Not that I'm calling for any sort of revolt.
So fucking crass.
I'm not
contradictory.
down to that was why I was
Yep.
You said a lot of bad words.
because they're the only pussies with the balls.
Yeah, just so conflicting.
No, it's just, and granted, France is a lot smaller landmass than we are, but man, the whole point is, like you're saying, Eric, it's it got to the point where for a person out there, they felt their only resolution was something drastic.
Yeah.
I think, that was straight up revenge for something. Is what I think happened.
My wife's immediate reason was like, this is somebody who lost someone because of like a claim denial or something like that.
Yeah.
And
Or perhaps a Walter White kind of scenario, but instead of cooking meth, he murdered a CEO.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They so just personal frame of reference, right? I'm self-employed.
Sure.
And I do well enough to provide for the family. Like I make a decent living.
Brag some more.
How's
Eric.
bragging camp going?
Let me get to what I'm saying. Also good. But for me to provide coverage, like healthcare, for me to get insurance for my family of 5,
it's you, dog.
dude,
Man.
it is a straight up like mortgage payment. We're talking like over $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the deductible is absurd. Like thousands of like the last coverage I don't know, it was like everybody had like a $6,500 deductible before insurance even paid anything. And then after that, they just straight up deny stuff.
Right.
And it's like the doctors will say, hey, this should happen. And then the insurance company goes, no, we're not going to pay for that. We'd like to pay for this instead. Try this. So they go directly against what the doctor wants.
Right.
It's such a scam.
It is a fucking scam.
100%. And we're required by law to have it.
Right.
And everyone knows it.
Yeah.
And people are fed up with it.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
it is to the point where I think people are starting to just understand where the real evil in this country lies.
Right.
And it's at the top of these
Dollars.
corporations.
Yeah.
And none worse than insurance. And that's what has made it so bad to where a person can get murdered in broad daylight, shot in the back, and
everyone's just
isn't even a shred of
remorse or anything.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Everybody's what do you expect?
I've seen nobody say, wow, poor guy.
right.
Nobody.
Thoughts and prayers, no thoughts and prayers
Like,
for this.
I have found myself this whole time holding back consciously, making the conscious decision. Holding back.
No, you'll get there. Save
From
it.
saying, yeah, fuck that, dude. Ooh. You know what I mean? Just so I don't sound like a bad person.
That's probably my phone.
Okay.
I don't know where it is.
That's
but
annoying.
Buzzing. Yeah. Anyhow, at least I have it turned down.
Fair enough.
But that's where we're at, and it's kind of tough to wrap your head
Yeah, dude.
around.
It is.
How to feel about it.
It really sucks because that whole industry is so wrapped up in government as well that like it's not getting fixed.
No.
It's just people are getting paid money in those big circles, and that's the way it's going to stay.
They're not going to fix it because in their mind, in their eyes, it's not broken.
Right.
They're like,
making
this is
billions.
how we
It's
fucking
fine.
do it.
Well, I will say this though. Right before this happened, it became news. I don't know if you guys saw this. That Blue Cross Blue Shield was only going to cover anesthesia for so long.
Yeah.
And then, for surgeries, anesthesia, which they cover, well, they decided to put a time limit on that. Mm-hmm. So if your surgery takes longer than that, they're not going to cover anymore. So you have to pay for that out of pocket.
Isn't that the most expensive thing? Too?
And then
It's
this
also
guy gets
goddamn
gunned
expensive.
down.
And then they're like,
Guess who
Never mind.
backpedaled on their new policy?
right.
All of a sudden, Blue Cross Blue Shield is like, nah, you know
Yeah.
what? We're not going to do that.
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
like, oh.
and also McDonald's is re-releasing the snack wrap now.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, whoa, hey.
Yeah, well, come on now. You're loving it, right?
Yeah. We'll throw in a few extra hot mustards
seriously.
for you. No charge.
So if we want to set up, let me set up a little allegory here. This is why I've been talking about France so much. It's because
oui.
all the corporate leaders and that whole group of folks that run essentially the world at this point are equivalent to the French royalty during the Revolution, in my mind, in the sense that the people were like, we don't like them anymore, we're going to start beheading them. And they did. And now that's... Dude, a submarine with billionaires in it gets crushed and people liquefied at the bottom of the ocean and the world fucking laughs, bro. It's because we don't have feelings for these people because it's gone too far.
Yeah, it has.
It's the insurance isn't going to change through legislation because everybody there is buddies and getting paid and everything's working for their pocketbooks.
Well, yeah, they fund all the campaigns.
Right, exactly. Like that's you spend $500 million on so-and-so's campaign and now they're going to sign your papers. Like those laws are written by lawyers and lobbyists in hotel conference rooms in a packet that thick and then brought to Congress, and it's nothing ever changes, so people start dying now. That's my point. But yeah, dude, they're beheading people again. Now we're beheading motherfucker. Can we get some French people over here?
No shit.
Well, let's we had to bring it up.
That's what it
we
was.
did. Hard to
Sorry.
make it funny.
Here, let's try it. Hold on. Let's try it.
Yeah,
We're back.
Good job.
We're back. I just want to say, for the record, I don't want anyone to get murdered.
No, me neither.
I just
But
don't.
also, do better, you motherfuckers.
Right. Why is there a surprise $2,000 dentist bill for my son when he got a couple fucking fillings, dude?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, this was covered and now it's not, and nothing has changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Besides, now I have to pay for it. Like, hey, why isn't this allowed?
I'm telling you, man, it's people are reaching their breaking point.
Yeah.
And the reaction to this, but from the public,
Yeah. It's got to be pretty fucking scary for those
it's
guys.
got to be really scary
Yeah,
because we live in a copycat society.
Oh, yeah.
This is why I feel the way I do about it. Because much like you, my insurance is fucking expensive.
Oh,
and I get
man.
it through the company I work for.
Right.
I'm paying close to $700 a month for me and Fred, right?
Jesus.
Which
nuts.
It's insane. And then, I still have a $2,000 dentist bill. Mm-hmm. Even though I spent $700 on that bullshit this month or whatever the fuck, dude.
That's
And it's
that's
like-
what it is.
And then I'm like, wait, why am I poor when I make $30 an hour? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, dude?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and it turns out it's because I'm paying $700 a month for insurance for me and my son, and then the shit still
Then you still
doesn't
have to pay.
Then I
Right.
still have to pay the fucking bill.
Yeah.
So it's no surprise to me that CEOs are getting shot and that French royalty got beheaded.
So you go.
I've never been so happy in my life about the fact that I'm not a rich, successful person.
So
Like, yeah, dude, I'm a piece of shit.
I
Just like the rest of you. It's all good.
I was trying to figure out, like, I was talking with Amanda. Love you, Amanda. I was trying.
Shout
I was,
outs.
it's like, the only way, because there's so like, if you go into the doctor and they ask for your insurance and you give it to them, and then you get whatever treatment you get, the cost for that treatment as an insured person is way higher than if you walk in and say, I don't have coverage, I'm paying out of pocket. Mm-hmm. That fee for the same exact procedures, all the same everything, is so much lower if you go just pay out of pocket. Mm-hmm. The insurance is there because it makes us feel better in case of like a dire emergency.
Right.
Right? Not for your checkups, not for your,
Yeah.
if you just pay out of pocket for your normal checkups, and that's going to be a lot cheaper than paying for insurance. But God forbid you come down with cancer that they're, giving us all with the foods and yeah, right.
This is so upsetting,
yeah,
dude.
no, it is, dude. It
Yeah.
is. It's such a scam. We're just all
Everything's fucked.
But like I said, the only way that something might actually happen is if, as a country, a large majority of people decided we're not paying that anymore.
Yeah.
We're just dropping our insurance
Yeah.
coverage.
Fuck y'all.
Everything's supply and demand. I mean, still that happens. They charge that because they can charge that.
Right.
And we do pay it because we're scared to not.
We have to.
But if everybody,
Yeah, it's
or
law.
just a big chunk of people decided, nah, we're done.
Yeah.
We're done with that. We're going to take that gamble. We're going to take that money that we're paying insurance and we're going to put it into an interest gaining account
Right.
and just pay for things out of pocket as we go and as we need it. If we quit paying them this money, that's the only way to make this actually change.
Yeah. And
Or-
most people have to do that to make it happen.
Or
Just keep shooting them in
keep
the street.
shooting.
Yeah, which I'm not going to condone.
No, I
No.
certainly don't
Yeah.
condone that either.
I think that's a sloppy way of doing it, and it's inefficient because you
He
start
was
going
very
after.
efficient.
This is we're talking about a tax on a machine, and yeah, you can break that cog in that machine, but that cog is easily replaced,
Right.
brother. You can't. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not.
somebody else will step in.
Yeah, it's a
to-
very sloppy. It
yeah.
takes a long time, and it's very sloppy and unnecessary. When we could all just stop paying, then nobody dies.
Right. It's like when COVID happened and we quit buying gas for a little bit.
Right.
And then gas got really cheap.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Right. Right.
That was pretty cool there for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when everybody quits buying something. The cost of it goes down. It's basic economics,
Right.
you know. So, but everybody is paying for insurance, so they can charge whatever they want.
Yeah.
And then we're like, "Hey,
what the
charging
heck?
us so much?" And they're like, "Yeah, yeah, we are."
Yeah. Pay it.
Yeah, we're like,
Pay it
like-
or you will die.
I'm like, well, this sucks. Here you go.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Here, take it.
There you go.
You're like, what do I get out of this? And they're like this thick ass packet in the mail that you're not going to read all the way through and you won't necessarily understand.
Yeah, and then we'll say no when you need us.
That's the whole thing.
We'll take it.
You'll be
But we
like,
don't really want to give any back.
yeah, sorry, I got, strep throat. And they'll be like, ow, act of God.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not covered.
We don't.
And then it's like, you know what? Maybe our government should just supply this for us. And like, oh, so you're a communist.
Right.
So you're evil and you hate God and you hate America.
It's
Like,
like,
what?
whoa,
No.
huh?
All right.
No.
I
It's
They're like, sounds good, Bernie, bro.
not
You're
to
like,
be
wait.
contrary. You're absolutely right about all that. I think everything about people's reaction to that is shitty because they're like, yeah, hey, are you a socialist? It's like, no.
Yeah.
Maybe that would be better. But I think, not to contrary you,
Okay,
I
thanks.
think my honest take would be the original kind of plan you were going with too, in the sense of everybody stops fucking paying that.
Yeah.
And we private fund it, and just insurance in general is unnecessary. And then everything isn't fucking upcharged to pay for insurance stuff too. You were making that point earlier as well. If you compare a private practice bill to like a hospital and insured bill, it's 14 times the cost of something to pay for insurance
Right.
stuff as opposed to just paying right out of pocket. Get rid of all that in general,
Fuck
you
'em.
know? So then once again, you can go get your checkup for $10 and everything's fine instead of it costing $1,400 because we've eliminated an entire industry. That phrase right there is why it's never going to happen, because somebody wants to make those billions of dollars.
Right.
You know what I mean? And until a better way is instituted and it's phased out over 100 years, it's not going to.
But here's the problem: is it can never be that because we're so locked in on an unregulated capitalist society that we can never put any regulations on people's ability to make money or corporations' abilities to make money.
Right.
We're not allowed. We can't do that. And
Yeah,
so
it's like that is sacrosanct.
exactly. And so when we ask the politicians, how are you going to make our groceries cheaper? How are you going to make our healthcare cheaper? They can't.
Right.
They cannot, because they can't step in and say, this costs this costs that.
Right.
It's not up to them.
No.
And if it is up to them, then all of a sudden it's government overstep, and then we're not living in a free. So that's the only way we can do it is with our dollars, or
Right.
or somebody in
That's
government,
why-
has to step up. And I, whether or not we agree on this, we do have certain aspects of socialism in our society
Oh,
that work,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
If your house burns down and the fire department comes and puts the fire out, they don't send you a bill for that.
Right. Yeah.
Guess what that is?
Yeah.
Socialism.
That's socialism.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
that's what I hate when people gripe about socialism when it comes to different policies or whatever. It's 'cause
Right.
it's like, dude, we have it and it's not bad. What happened over there or over there ended up being bad, probably because some sort of fucking shit that we made happen.
It's,
But,
right, it's still probably our fault.
yeah, I don't know, probably because the fucking CIA, Contra. It doesn't matter, but
Oh,
like,
it's a great game.
Great game.
Yeah.
What was your favorite gun on Contra?
The spread gun, dog.
Spread gun was
Obviously.
dope.
oh, dude,
Machine
I love
gun.
a nice spready.
Yeah, laser was overrated.
Yeah.
Sorry, you go ahead.
Lasers overrated. No, that's it, dude. It all sucks. It's stupid.
Yeah, it sucks and it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, and everybody takes it to the extreme, right? It's like, oh, so everybody just makes the same thing, and nobody. And it's like, oh, no.
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 That's not what we were talking
Give
about.
us the stuff we need.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Like, stop making it so difficult and fucking dumb.
Or why is it that if I'm like, hey, maybe education should be something we consider
The
that should be
God-given right.
well funded
Yeah.
and stuff like that. You know, maybe that we should consider that important in a governmental sense. People are like, nope. Why is it always that those are the first things to go, too? When people are like, yeah, we're cutting government spending, we're going to start with arts and education.
Right? Yeah.
And it's like, have you guys thought about maybe starting with fucking insurance bullshit or...
Oh, well, I mean,
Anyways,
if you
I'm
wanna-
done, guys. I'm going to...
You
I quit.
really get it.
See you,
So,
buddy.
Fucking life, dude.
oh,
God.
Tuxie's got his Christmas sweater on. He's so
his little
handsome.
sweater's on.
What up, sexy? How are you?
Maybe we should. All right. Maybe we should not go all the way down this right now.
it's-
I will say
it would be
this:
funny,
the United States spends more on our military than the next 10 countries combined.
Combined, bro.
So
Yep.
when people talk about government spending, that's where most of it goes.
Right.
And we're also stationed in like 200 countries around
Just
the world.
Fucking all of them, dude.
Yeah. So what we really need to do is look into that, and we think that we have to because these countries they'll want to take away our freedom, bro. Nobody cares about the other countries.
Right.
Don't care about the music we listen to or the
Right.
choices we make. They care about our government being involved in their business all the time. That's why people hate us.
That's what they get so pissed off about.
yeah. It's not because of Justin Bieber. He's Canadian.
He's Canadian anyway. Yeah, I was
Right.
going to say same
It's
shit.
Not because of the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Even though they suck too.
They hate our Western culture.
Yeah, nobody wants to blow us up because of that.
no.
Nope. They hate how easy it was to convince you to hate them.
Yeah, exactly.
And they hate the bombs that we have that fall on them.
Just here we go.
Sorry about that sound. I was scooting my microphone.
Also, to tie into that, TikTok's getting shut down.
Yep.
Seems like.
Isn't it?
is.
I feel like that's been shut down 3 times now and made illegal, and then it's still like there.
It actually finally passed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
To where, what is it, like January 19th?
Yeah.
If whoever owns TikTok, whatever Chinese corporation owns TikTok, if they don't sell it, then it's going to be banned in the United States.
Yeah.
Fun
stuff,
So
guys.
then they
can't have
create a
anything.
shell corporation and sell TikTok to the shell corporation, and then now it's fine. You've at least bought yourself 3 years of legislation.
Well, we wouldn't want the Chinese to have our information. Certainly, they wouldn't get it from these electronic devices that they made that we all carry around in our pockets at all time that
They have
lets
microphones
everybody
and
know
cameras in them.
exactly where we're at.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
What the fuck is a spy plane?
I'm gonna miss TikTok, boys. That was so
Buddy,
fun.
there's a demand. The market will satisfy your demand eventually.
Yep.
Don't be worried.
Yeah, YouTube Shorts,
I know.
Instagram
I mean,
Reels.
Like your
it's all
demand's
the same.
already satisfied. Yeah.
It's just TikTok is.
It's all the same.
It's just
best.
TikTok's the button I push to get those things.
Exactly. I'm gonna miss it. It's a cool logo.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they've done it well. Yeah, those
Do you guys-
Chinese.
Do you guys feel like before we wrap up, we should send them home happy and just do a quick impression competition?
Okay.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Brad,
what do you got?
real quick, do your best Macho Man Randy Savage.
Let me tell you something, Gene. You know the grip always rises to the top. Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
Good. All right, Eric.
Elizabeth.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine are
That was
short.
excellent. Yeah. Yours are very short.
Yeah.
Real short, yeah. Talking about microscopic, yeah. Teeny tiny little shrimp boy, yeah. With his little itty bitty impression, yeah.
Thanks.
Do your best, John Hamm from Mad Men.
Certainly going to smoke this cigarette and belittle some women.
That was a good one, actually.
say,
Thanks. All right, guys. Hey, send over some lighter content for next week.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, hell. Enjoyed it, fellas.
Yeah, that's fun.
Chime out in the comments how you feel about CEOs dying. Let us know. This has been Derailed.
All right, go ahead, Brad. Tell 'em.
I have been Brad Bodine. This has been Derailed.
It's my show.